Going on, ladies and gentlemen? Today we are here with Kea and Tiffany Simmons from World Views LLC. Now, this is very great for us because many of you have asked us, can you schedule a tour of Africa, like a group trip? Well, these are the women that we can go through to do that. So, Kea and
Yeah.
Tiffany, thank you for joining us on the show today.
Thank you for
Thank
having
you.
us.
Thank you.
All right, so Kea and Tiffany, tell us a little bit about your business and how you guys hooked up.
Well, World Views LLC is a travel concierge service. To put it into shorter words, we're professional tour guides. We go to certain countries or cities or states. We put together itinerary that's through our eyes that we like, because I know you can go on trips and it feels like a field trip, or maybe it's a boring museum. You know, us, we like to be in a museum for maybe 30 minutes to an hour and we're out. So that's what our itinerary fits, our style of travel. And then we make the itinerary, bring it to you guys, and then we form a tour. We take care of everything from food, transportation, flights, hotels, activities. It's a one-stop shop, hassle-free.
All right, so let's say that you want to customize your package, but you say, hey, I want this particular hotel, I want this particular situation. You guys can accommodate that as well, correct?
Somewhat,
Somewhat.
but because we're group travel, we want to stay together. So in the morning, we're not going to 5 different hotels to pick everyone up to start our activities or our excursions or anything like that. But our hotels and our accommodations are 4-star and 5-star accommodations.
And just to interrupt, or not to interrupt, to intervene, um, like she said before, our niche is going to the actual location and doing the research prior to even creating the experience itself, building those personal connections with the local businesses and the natives. And so we actually stay at the hotels that the customer or our future customers will be staying at. So we know every integral piece of the experience because we literally do it ourselves before we even present it to our customers.
So how many countries have you traveled to and brought groups to as well?
Yeah, go ahead.
Travel to, amongst the two of us, I think we're at 50 to 60, around that time frame. And we brought groups to, I took a group to London and she took a group to Kenya.
Okay, so how was it in London for that group?
London was London Carnival, Notting Hill Carnival. That's my happy place. As you see, my face just went on fire, but it was fun. To talk about London, it was, I'm trying to use the proper verbiage, maybe dreadful or rainy. London was not fun for me. I didn't really connect there. But when Carnival came around, to see all of our people and the good vibes and happy smiling faces, it was beautiful. I love soca, and it gets in touch with your, I guess, Caribbean roots if you have some. I don't even think that I trace back to Caribbean roots, but when I hear soca, the way that my soul lights up, you can't tell me it's not in me. But we had fun in London. It was Carnival, so all the masqueraders, it was beautiful. But as far as London, can't say that I enjoyed it so much or I even connected. I maybe seen 10 of us of our skin color there, you know, out in
Yeah.
Buckingham Palace and doing all the other stuff. There's a large African population over there, don't get me wrong. But as far as out in the tourist area or out and about, if you don't go looking for them, they're not really easy to be found.
So you say you also took a group trip to Nigeria. Now, how did that work out?
No, to
No, to
Kenya.
Kenya.
Kenya, I'm sorry. Kenya. How did that work
Yeah,
out?
so Kenya is our specialty. You see how we glow up when we talk about Kenya. We absolutely love Kenya. In fact, we've been going to Kenya since 2012. So we have a very personal experience, relationships in Kenya. We literally have people on ground that work with Worldviews that are a part of our team in Kenya. So our trips to Kenya are very exclusive, very personal. So the last trip was last January, and we absolutely had an amazing time. It was a 2-city tour. So we did Nairobi and we did Mombasa. While we were in Mombasa, we also went to an area called Matwapa. And so we are very into everything, right? We're into the culture. We know the natives. So, and we're connected with a orphanage school there. In fact,
No orphanage.
The Noor Foundation or orphanage.
Yeah.
And so we are building a relationship with them for future projects where we can bring our customers so they can experience the kids. They're absolutely amazing. We have a few videos on our Instagram, Facebook. You can check out a couple of our pictures on our website as well. But in Kenya, we have an 8-day tour that we offer. And like I said before, it's a 2-city tour, very personal. We are your personal tour guides on that trip and all of our trips that we offer. So yeah, Kenya is just one of a kind for us. We absolutely love it, and we would love to share it with the masses.
Now, no, we came back from Ethiopia in August. And have you guys been out there yet?
Yes.
Okay, so, I thought when I came back, I said, man, a lot of y'all need to go see that. When I went to the African Union and did a tour there, I saw a lot of kids in there. I thought it would be good for kids to see. There's a lot of different, areas. And then so a lot of people started telling me, well, Phil, you need to organize a group trip so we can go over and see it. So you say Kenya. Now, let me ask you another question about that. If you want to do multiple countries, let's say if you want to do Kenya, Ethiopia, Uganda, could that be arranged?
We could do it. We could definitely do it. We could do Kenya,
Don't miss
Uganda,
Tanzania
Tanzania,
over there.
Burundi. Africa is, can I say it's our specialty? We've been to about 7 African countries. So we are into Africa. We travel all over the world. Don't get me wrong. As she said before, we've been to about 50-ish amount of countries around the world. But Africa is definitely in the islands. Jamaica is her second home.
Jamaica is my happy place. Kenya is her happy place.
So we could do that. Absolutely. Wherever you guys want to go, we can definitely make it happen. We guarantee research first, though. Yes. We will not offer a trip or anything, any experience without us going first so that we can collect the information and the things that you guys would like to do so we can customize it to the group. So we guarantee that.
And what I like to hear about this is you state that you actually go there first. You just don't set up a package and then, okay, guys, you just go out there. And it's a very, very awesome experience. And we really thinking about just as, trying to plan that trip for a group next year in 2019. Yes. So, we definitely want to, talk to you guys and see how we can arrange that. What is a good number of people to take where it could be fun but not too much?
Our max is what? 25?
Our max is usually 25 because we will maybe kind of split people up 10 and 10 or maybe 12 on 12, but we want that personal experience. We don't want to overwhelm ourselves. But if you're speaking of Kenya and those countries, we have a team on ground.
Yes.
So we can split it up. I want to say maybe 50 to maybe 70. I'm only thinking of 10 per person.
Okay.
So we have probably about 6 members on ground plus us 2. So that's why I say that. But I only will say that number for Kenya and the surrounding countries. I wouldn't say that to all our other tours because we don't have people on ground like that.
Right.
But Kenya is our baby, and we know the natives there. We've worked with them. I don't know if you know a little bit of our background, but we're militants. I was Air Force. She was Army. And we actually met as civilian contractors. So in the civilian contracting world, we work with a lot of Kenyans, a lot of
Ugandans, Rwandans, Ethiopians, African period. And we built our own personal connections there. And so our team on ground, we've been knowing them for the last 7 years. So they literally are World Views employees because Kenya is our international hub. So we literally do business in Kenya while we travel the world and do business domestically as well. But we are doing now here in Los Angeles.
Right.
We are on a group tour now.
But we don't want to lose that personal touch, though. I would rather just bring back another group, than to overwhelm. I see some people who take 100 people. I don't want to do that because then I feel like it's more of a field trip and it's a numbers game rather than me learning everybody's name.
Yep.
So that's just we
want to keep it personal. We want to give you the best experience you can because I'm telling you, Kenya, East Africa is like none other. I've been to West Africa. We've been to West Africa. We've been to South Africa. We've been to North Africa, Jordan, Iraq, Afghanistan, all over. And there's nothing to me like East Africa.
Yeah, I could definitely agree with the culture. At least, only nation I've been to so far is Ethiopia. Now we're supposed to be going next year to Kenya for a conference, but that's separate to what I'm talking about now. Because I
Okay.
do agree with you about a smaller number. Because even for me, if I was to try to set up a group tour for people to go, I want to go with people I can actually talk to. 'Cause I don't want like 100 people. You never get to talk to nobody.
Yeah,
Right,
no.
right.
Yeah, no.
Yep, I agree.
Yeah. I want
That
everybody to fit on one bus. So if you think of a charter bus, what is that? Like maybe 30 to 40 people.
hmm
So if we can all fit on one bus, and that's cool. But our number is 25.
Yes.
That's our comfortable number with the two tour guides.
So let me ask you a
And
question.
we do,
So let me ask you a question about that. Now let's talk about what everybody like to get to, money. So
Okay.
let's
yes.
say if you wanted to go from, you want to schedule, a trip, let's say for a week. I used to tell people block out 10 days so you can actually get a week of being
Yep.
over there because, my first time I went, shoot, you go from 18-hour flight or so, and then now your days are cut down. So if you
Yeah,
block
for
out
sure.
10 days, you get a good seven, right?
Hmm.
Yep.
How much does that normally would cost? Let's say you talk about Kenya, your favorite. How much would it
Mm.
normally cost just in general to go to Kenya and back and with the packages?
Well, on we literally have that trip on our website right now.
hmm
WV.com. Our trips range from we have it broken down: single
It's
occupancy with flight, single occupancy without flight, double occupancy with flight, double occupancy without flight. So if you want to buy your own flight, you can just buy the package, right? But we do have our package deals with the flight all inclusive. So I think the single occupancy is running about
35,
30, no, it's 38.11, I think.
38.11.
38.11. That's all inclusive. That also includes your domestic flight because we're going to Nairobi and Mombasa.
Hmm.
That is all inclusive hotel in Mombasa, all inclusive hotel in Nairobi, your transportation plus your personal tour guides that's
And your
on ground
excursions.
and your excursions. That's 38.11 for single occupancy with flight, your international flight from JFK. And then double occupancy is 34.24. Don't quote me. I'm sorry. You can go online right now and
That's the
check it out.
35 one, I think.
Around 3,500 for the double occupancy with flight internationally from JFK to Nairobi, Nairobi to Mombasa, back to JFK.
Okay, so you do all your flying out of New York.
Yes.
Yes. We
Okay,
want
Kenya.
to Kenya because we get the better rates.
okay. So if somebody say you want to take a family, like say the husband, the wife, maybe 2, 3 kids, you have that kind of package as well.
We don't recommend kids on our itineraries. Now, if you want us to do an itinerary and we send you and you're not going to be with us, that's a bit different. But we climb Mount Kenya and then we have a night out and stuff like that. It's more of an adult itinerary. I'm not going to say this is a kid-friendly one. Now, we build customized itineraries, so
hmm
we can do that. But we think of groups. And,
Yeah.
if you are 35 years old and you're your first time in Africa, not to say that kids bother us, but I just don't want those distractions messing with the experience of a lifetime that some people only get once. So I want to give them all that they can. And through my eyes, which are 33-year-old, I'm going to show you adult things that maybe the kids are not going to be interested in, yet alone probably not maybe appropriate sometimes.
And so that's why we kind of try to hone in on group experience. We specialize in group tours. And it also gives you the best prices and the best deals because you're splitting up the prices amongst a group.
Right. And that's great. I'm glad you pointed that out. But it's a but. If a family came to you and say, could we actually have a kid friendly package, could you do that?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Who
ladies
we
and
go
gentlemen,
with?
okay, ladies and gentlemen, they're not saying they don't do kids because some people may say, oh, I want to take my kids. So they're not saying they don't do it. They just saying when it
Right.
comes to the groups, they kind of want to keep it, the grown folks and do things
Well,
that kids.
just to reiterate what a group is for us, we have a platform in which we use or a code in which we use 10 people or more for us as a group because again we specialize in group tours. So if it is a family trip of 10 or more, we will escort you as your tour guide with the entire package.
Okay.
Anything less than that, we will create a customized package,
Mhm.
especially for Kenya. It's too easy. We've already got it set up for you. We'll send you there. We'll hook you up with our team down in Kenya, but we will not escort you.
Right. Okay. Perfect. Perfect. But ladies and gentlemen, you still can go. and that's great.
Yes, you can. Yes, we don't want you to
Please
think you can go. Please go. Oh, yes.
Yeah, because now let me ask you a question. This from my experience. When I went to Africa, and I saw how peaceful it was, and then I was sitting there in the hotel just thinking, and I was like, I don't even want to come back to this place. Did you ever feel that way when you came when you went?
Cry every time. I cry every time.
That is something that I couldn't believe. You know, it's like, man, I'm here just a few days, and I feel like this is where I belong.
Yes, we're
Yes.
going for New Year's. We're going back for New Year's, so we'll be in Kenya, December the 25th to January the 2nd.
When I went last time, I asked him to show me the international schools, just in case, if I wanted to enroll my kids or something like that. So I know that feeling you're talking about. I know it, but that's a giant leap. But who's to say I wouldn't live there? I'm not gonna say I could very much live in Kenya.
definitely
I'm
real estate.
definitely going to develop in Kenya
Yes,
for sure.
yes.
For sure. That is the future. Africa,
Yes.
period. Let's not just narrow it down to Kenya.
Yeah, we got a lot of plans for Kenya. We got a lot of future things coming up for World Views. So we're going to be offering some really good things for the future for people to start coming on over to Kenya, investing, doing certain things, relocating.
We're getting all the paperwork together.
We're getting that going. So that's going to be in the future for World Views.
So you also help with the visa process, correct?
Yes, we do. We are affiliate with Visa HQ, and we also help with travel insurance. We also are affiliates with Travel Nomads, and this is all on our website.
Okay, so the visa that you get, do you try to get the 5-year visa for Americans? And you know that they have that deal with Kenya, you can get a 5-year visa, or you get like the regular, like, what is it, 3 months?
The 3 months. Yeah, right now, when you go through Visa HQ, you will process your $50 3-month visa to enter into. I'm presuming, or I know that the process for the 5 years is a bit lengthy, but it's just easier to go ahead and get the 3-month visa, and it's $50, so you can get it right there at the very possible
to get the 5-year.
And you can get the 3-month visa right there at the gate at the passport control.
Yeah.
Okay, and the reception of
Don't need
African
shots. Sorry.
Do not need
You don't
shots.
need shots for Kenya, okay? We want to reiterate that. You do not need shots for Kenya. Relax.
Well, that's the thing about the shots. You've taken so many vaccines in the United States, period. They give your kids, and you took all these shots, and nobody complained. But the moment they say take one shot to go to one nation, oh my God, I gotta take a shot. Like, why didn't you act like that when the white people in America told you to take vaccines?
Right. While we're getting flu shots, a lot of virus every year. Yeah, I don't understand that. And then it's not like you have to it's the yellow fever shot, which is the most common one that we're referring to in Africa. But Kenya is not one of the countries that needs the shots. So it's one shot, and then yellow fever is good for 10 years?
I think so, yeah.
So even if you do, you're going to get it once and you're good for the next 10 years. So I have no idea why we exaggerate that so much so. But Kenya doesn't need any shots, just to clear everybody. And you can buy your visa online on our website, or you can buy it in the airport. Because I know a lot of people say, do we have to sit in our airport for the visa? I think you have to do that for Ghana. I'm not sure.
You have to do it for Ghana, Nigeria.
But you don't have to do it for
Angola. You need yellow fever shot if you're coming from West Africa. So for those who are probably traveling within the continent to Kenya, if they want to go on a trip with us or whatever, and they're traveling from West Africa, because when we were traveling from Senegal and Mali, I got stopped in Kenya asking me, and I said, no, I'm from the US. I come here all the time, and they let me pass. But then she was coming from the US. The group was coming from the US, and they let them go right through. So if you're coming from West Africa, you may be asked for the yellow fever shot. But again, it's not, trust me, we got you squared away, because again, we're with you from the start to the beginning. We're with you from JFK, and I'll be on ground in Nairobi. She'll be with you in JFK. I'll be with you in Nairobi.
Yeah. All right, so the website, could you shout that out?
Yes, it's worldviewswv.com. worldviewswv.com. Again, that is worldviewswv.com. We're also on Facebook as World Views Travel Group, where you can also share your travel experiences with the group. Post your pictures, tell us what you like about traveling, what you don't like about traveling. We also have our trips posted on our Instagram, which is World Views Travel Junkies. You can find us on Instagram. You can also find our business page where we also promote the upcoming trips for 2019 and 2020, which is World Views. And if you would allow us a moment just to go over our trips for 2019, that would be great. Can we do that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, great. So starting next year of 2019, we are going to Dubai for March Madness.
March Madness.
Okay. Again, you can go on the website to get the details. I just want to shout out the places because I can't remember off the top of my head the dates.
Last week in March.
But it is the last week in March. So it's March Madness in Dubai next year. And then we have a culinary road trip, very personal, very unique. But we're doing a culinary road trip in Houston, Texas, starting in Houston, Texas, and driving to New Orleans. And it's going to be full of culinary activities. We're going to get into the food porn and everything.
Mom and pop stores,
historical sites, cooking class. You know, we're going to go out on the town, both in Houston. I know we're going to go to the Turkey Hut and Breakfast Club in Houston. And we're going to, yeah, I know you know because you're in Houston. So we're going to hit up some spots. And then Jamaica. In August, Jamaica, Independence Day in Jamaica. So we're going to do, what, 5 days there? Is it 5 or 6 days?
5 days.
5 or 6 days in Jamaica. And then, of course, Kenya is our annual trip. We have that trip every year, October of next year. We offer Kenya every year. And so we have 4 exclusive trips for 2019, and then 2020, March, the beginning of March.
No, it's February.
It's February, sorry. We're doing Carnival in Trinidad and Tobago. So, and all of these trips, again, we have went to these locations. Yes. We've done the legwork ourselves. We put the itinerary together ourselves. We did not buy it from a third-party company and upcharge people. No, this is very personal, on hands.
Yes.
Yeah, I've had a couple of brothers and sisters from Trinidad, and they were telling me, yeah, you should go to Trinidad. You should see it, you know, because they watch our show. And you know, I told them part of what we want to acclimate into our show is traveling to these different, you know, nations. And that's just a beautiful thing just to bring back that information. So we're glad that we know who you guys are now, so you can help us with some of that.
Yes.
We always search for the African presence wherever we go. Even if you see us in Thailand, we noticed that we saw the ladies with the neck rings. And then we were like, wait, we've seen this before, but they weren't Asian. So we went over there. It was horrible communication between the broken English and the Asian tongue. But we did our own research and we saw like different areas of where they came from. It was North Asia, I know them, or North Thailand that integrated with Africa. And it's signs of beauty. They are not the same tribe. But somehow they did connect. But I do know the rings for both of them are signs of beauty. And the older you get, is it every 4 years or every 5 years?
Every 5 years.
Every 5 years they add a ring.
Yeah.
And they share that in common also. So we try to find African presence wherever we go.
Wherever we go.
And I think that's why I wasn't really feeling London that much. Because the vibe is not there. Not to say that the vibe is not there. We are there. Let's not sit here and say like there's no Black people there, because that's crazy. But as far as local foods or seeing us come, you have to go looking. You know, we're not in the tourist area at all. And I don't know. That's not the vibe that you get from any of the countries that we just stated for this year's trips. We try to go to places with awesome vibes, and our presence is there and noted.
So basically, what you were saying was, in London, you wasn't trying to eat too many mayo sandwiches.
Or the fish and chips.
Right. Fish and chips. I'm fish and grits kind of girl.
I ate Chipotle when I was in London. I found a Chipotle and just ate Chipotle.
Oh wow. Yeah. That's look. Yeah, we fix fish and chips. It's gonna be totally different versus how they fix it.
Right, exactly. We want y'all to come to Kenya and try some yama choma and ugali and skuma wiki, samosas.
I'm down.
Yes. Come on over.
I actually had some boosters this weekend at the Taste of Soul. They had
Yes,
East
samosas. Yep.
African food there, and I'm like, oh, that was my first time. I had the spicy lentils one.
Yes, it's
Oh,
influenced by Indian. That's because
Oh,
yeah, because Kenya, Tanzania, Somalia, they sit on the Indian Ocean,
mhm.
and so there was a huge migration from East India into East Africa. So you have a presence of Indians,
Portuguese,
Portuguese,
Omanis.
Omanis, Yemen.
Mhm. That's
Who
about it.
was that? It yeah. So it's an eclectic group of people, especially in Mombasa
The
and
coast.
Tanzania and what's this off of Tanzania? Zanzibar.
Oh,
okay.
Salam. Yeah.
All right. So, guys, make sure you go check out the website. Like I said, I'm just excited hearing about all the trips, and I love to go to Africa. Like I said, sign me up. I'm
Yes.
always ready to go. So,
Yes.
we're gonna talk behind the scenes, and you guys are asking for this group trip, and once we get it all packaged up and figure out how it's gonna work, we'll be able to present that group trip with you guys. So hopefully next year, and that's
okay.
something that we would definitely like to do. So. Kea and Tiffany, I definitely want to thank you very much for joining us on the show today, sharing your experiences and what your company would do and help out the community. You guys have great energy together. Keep that up. I pray that your business grows to the point that you can't handle it no more and you need to hire more
Oh,
people.
thank
Yes.
you.
Thank you. Peace. Peace.
Yeah,
Peace.
we definitely need to see more, black businesses grow, and we definitely got to support that. So, ladies and gentlemen, the links will be in the pinned comment. And Kea and Tiffany, you want to say something before we wrap up?
No, we just want to show our shirts.
Tra-
World Views, travel with us.
Marketing and advertising is always a beautiful thing, isn't it?
Yes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, make sure you check out the website. And we thank Kea and Tiffany for joining us. And we saw them do their plug, which is awesome. And schedule a trip. If you don't wait for us to do a group trip, schedule your own trip for your family. Like I said, they'll do 10 people, get your friends together, take everybody you can to the continent. They make it easy for you. You don't have to scramble with it because, trust me, putting it together on your own is a little bit difficult. So if you have somebody
Yes.
like these sisters to do it for you, it's much easier. So go over there,
Yes.
schedule your trip, work with them, email them. You got questions. I'm pretty sure they get back with you. So, ladies, thank you for
Yes.
your time.
Bye.
Bye. Peace. Thank
Peace.
you.
All right.